All right, K-Rock Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews, Marmy Rock Show. No stranger to our good friend Adrian Patrick and otherwise, man. So good to see you again. Welcome back to the show.
Dude, thanks for having me back. I always feel happy when I see you guys.
Right back at you, man. And, we came out to Scars and Stripes. I actually didn't even know we were going to get to interview you out there. And you walked in the room. It was just, so good to see you all out there at that
festival. That was cool, huh? I've never done one like that. It was kind of conference, press conference.
Neither have I.
Yeah? Okay, that was cool, yeah.
Very different, yeah.
So we're in Winchester, Virginia. This is show number 29 for us, and we're going to see you in a couple nights out in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, too. And big news out from you guys, all kinds of stuff going on. So first, Sleeping Lions is out right now.
Yes, sir.
And first thing I want to ask you about is let's talk about Angry Heart and the music video for Angry Heart.
That video, is very actually close to the heart as well. My wife co-starred in it with us when the rest of the guys in the band, and we all acted in it, and some of it wasn't acting from my wife and I personally. But it's the storyline, the director Mike Watts and our product manager Dean Gagliano at the label came up with this kind of cool analogy for the struggle between what I'm personally going through with balancing the music life and the family life. So and there's also a lot of other that song and that video have many layers, and as of recently it's taken on even another meaning for me, with the tragedy that happened in Las Vegas at the Route 91 Music Festival. And the past few shows we've done, I've kind of been trying to tell people and express the rage and the anger over a senseless act of evil and and violence. So it's always kind of poignant when your own song evolves into something different than what you initially set it out, designed it to be, and it's it was our first track off the album, our first little teaser single. It's the opener on the album, and it kind of sets the tone, for the whole story that is Sleeping Lions.
Well, it's one of two songs we have in our golden dozen right now.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the one that bubbled up to the top for me that I love and I still hit repeat on is Crocodile Tears. It's my favorite tune on the whole record.
All right.
Which might surprise you because I typically go for your guys' heavier stuff. But tell me about that tune.
That song, it's that one's kind of sneaky. You know what I mean? And in a good way. With the lyrics, the lyrical content, I kind of was thinking of all of the political nonsense that goes on in this country and in this world, and how some of these these leaders and false prophets, kind of quote unquote leaders, they have two faces and silver tongues and all that good stuff, right? And so when I was writing the lyrics, that's what I was trying to channel. But it actually turned out to where you can also apply it to a relationship.
That's more how I took it, yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess if it's a more universal presentation, the more people can connect with it and utilize it for whatever they want the song to mean, So, and I joke around, I've said it in a couple other interviews, but I'd like to think that if Hall & Oates wrote a hard alternative rock song, that it would sound something like Crocodile Tears.
I like it. That's a good comparison. Hey, so we're going to participate in this. I took a photo of the back of your van tonight, so tell us about the Find Neil contest.
Dude, that's our boy Neil Sackmary, the owner of Nevada Coin and Gold. The Nevada Coin Mart, is that right, Brian? Yeah, Nevada Coin Mart. One of the top gold and diamond jewelers and / buyers and sellers in the Las Vegas area. And I'm not even quite sure exactly. You find Neil, I think you see his face on the back of our trailer, and then if you either email him or I'm not sure how it works. If you don't live in Vegas, somehow if you let him know where you saw his face on our trailer, he will give you a free copy of Sleeping Lions.
You have to
winners per day.
Yeah, 4 winners per day, and you have to like his page and your page and post it somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
It was a whole bunch of steps. I have to go back and read.
Okay, so our boy Neil, he wants a photo as well posted. Okay.
Right. Yes.
see what
we have to say
brilliant marketer.
What is on his head, literally on his head.
Right, and I won't give that away.
No, we won't either.
Okay. But yes, it's a little Easter egg hunt featuring Neil Sackmary as the the egg.
That's the egg.
I guess. The proverbial egg. Yeah, but he's a really good friend of ours, and he's supported the band a lot, and we're happy. I love the guy, and he's just this very unique and generous soul, and I laugh every time I see his face on the back of our trailer. It's like a, it's just a nice little reminder of home on the road.
Does he do some of your jewelry?
He's given me pieces,
okay.
But he doesn't. We haven't done any custom stuff with him yet. He's got an amazing collection back at his store in Las Vegas, and like I said, he's very generous with it, and he's given me some amazing, beautiful pieces that I try not to bring on the road. So yeah.
So you guys are still keeping fit, I can tell, because I see the kettlebell sitting a little bit across from me there. And I saw, so tell me about the photo shoot with Title Boxing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. We just recently did that. We did that in Merriam, Kansas, just outside of Kansas City. And, it's pretty rad because, my brother and I have been big fans of that company. We use their products on a regular basis. And apparently one of the owners, Mr. Hansen, is a big fan of the band. And he came to the show, and that night, and I recently did a post on my personal Facebook page where I was saying that we love it when photo shoots double as workouts too. So yeah, it was pretty righteous. We like to fashion. We're not fighters by any means. We're not trying to be tough guys and badasses like some other people portray, but we have utmost respect for professional fighters and the discipline and the sacrifices that they make. And we try to kind of apply that same ethos to the way we approach music and touring, and we like to consider ourselves poet warriors. So it was I can't wait to see. And some of the photos actually, we got a preview of them this morning, and they look kind of cool.
Well, we did our own little video of that long
years ago. Yeah, I remember.
K-Rock here how to use the kettlebell.
Yeah, I failed miserably.
That's
at that,
right. And you filmed us at
Rhode
Island.
Yeah, we were working out. Was that at what was that place called? Henry's place. Henry
I
O's
can't remember
place.
the name of it, but yeah.
One of the many states we follow you guys to as we chase you around.
You guys are amazing.
Surprised you don't have a restraining order yet on it yet. We follow you around quite a bit.
Absolutely not.
So, hey, talk about this tour, man. You guys are no stranger to touring with 10 years, I don't think, are you? You've got a long-going relationship with them.
Yeah, we love these guys, and they're awesome dudes. They're genuine guys on stage and off. We've toured with them in the past, and it was really successful. And then we've also toured with Red in the past on a separately, and that was very successful. So now we're excited to see how these, all three bands on the same bill. We all have albums out the same time. New
sold
albums.
out tonight too.
It's sold out.
Red's
tonight,
not even on the bill tonight, and they're still sold out.
Yeah, and it's both bands are very creative and unique in their sound and their message, and we're honored to be considered in the same company.
So tell folks about the VIP experiences they can get while they see you on tour. You guys are on tour for a long time right now. So what do you get if you come to an otherwise show and buy a VIP?
Well, if you buy a VIP pass, what we want to do is instead of your standard meet and greet and take pictures, and which we do that, But the thing is that we as a band historically we've always been pretty accessible. We're hanging out at merch. We're walking around before the shows.
Yeah.
So it's well, how do we give if people want to spend their hard-earned money on a VIP experience, what do we do to make it to make it worth their money, so we were just why don't we, the simple thing, the only thing we know how to do is, make music. So if you buy a VIP ticket, depending on the schedule of that day, whatever, and that city, we'll play you a couple of acoustic tunes that are quote unquote rare, or ones that we're not doing in the set. That way, you're getting a little bit extra bang for your buck. And so far so good. It's been, everybody who's participated has been very happy. And we actually got some repeat customers. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing so much good for the community, man. It's one of the things we love about you. And I saw something. Tell me about the Independence Fund and what you're doing with that thing.
Man, those guys, they're an organization dedicated to helping veterans, severely injured veterans get their independence back, once they're here back in the civilian life. And they've done so much cool stuff. We just recently got to do 2 shows with them, and where they donated, these what do they call them? There's a term for it. It's a type of bike. I can't remember the term, but it's a bike for someone who who doesn't have legs basically, or can't use their legs, those things are not cheap, and it allows them to compete if they want to compete in a triathlon. They want to exercise, they want to keep themselves fit, they want to get around. It's an amazing piece of machinery, and they recently gave one at our show in Colorado Springs. They donated one to a veteran on stage, and it was a really moving experience. These guys, I guess in a sense, we kind of feel a bit of like kindred spirits with them, in the sense that we're away from our families for so long. We sacrifice a lot of time with loved ones to be doing what we're doing, but compared to what they do and what they are put through and what they sacrifice, like not only their time with their families, but their limbs and their sanity and their lives, like what we go through on the road, as hard as it is to tour, it's nothing compared to what those men and women experience. So we're just, every time, and again, our first lead hit single, Soldiers, it was never meant to be. It never started as a gimmick. It never started as like, let's pander to the military. It was an anthem for us to keep fighting the good fight for what we believe in.
But it got adopted, kind of, right?
Got adopted,
you guys couldn't do anything about it. They just...
Yeah, and I think that's what came across in the song, is that it was genuine. It wasn't.
It felt almost as if you had written it about, like, to the outside person. When you listen to those lyrics.
We were just talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that it connected with that community and our military. Across the entire board. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. Like, they all connect with that song. And the Independence Fund, getting back to your question, K-Rock, is that those guys are awesome, and we can't wait to do more stuff with them.
So I wanted to keep everything positive about the music, so I asked about the tragic event in Vegas. When I saw the news, I thought of you and your brother immediately, because the thing is, the first time I saw you ever perform, was at that exact venue, at the 48 Hour Festival. So I never saw you play before.
Never heard
and
of you.
As soon as I saw the venue and I saw where it was, I said, that's where we... And then I got to worrying about you guys, so I saw you there, and it was just wow. And I'm, a Vegas band, and that's the first time we ever saw them. So I'm sitting in front of this Won't Stop. I mean, just some reflections, if you would. I mean, I know it's kind of a down topic. I honestly want to ask you about it, but I saw you guys are doing a lot of cool stuff to support.
It's the saddest thing about that is it can happen in anybody's town nowadays, in any country. I mean, and it's just the way of the world now. And the only thing we can do is let the evil out there know that we won't stop. And we've used our song "Won't Stop" now as kind of, it's becoming an anthem. It was written as an anthem for our better angels, and now we want to use it to help people heal and help our city heal. And you can't turn your back on darkness and evil. You can't run from it, because it's gonna find you. One day it will find you, and it'll be that much worse if you don't face it. And all we can do is face it with our music, and try and use music as our weapons of light and of love. And so Won't Stop, and this wall that we've brought with us, we actually had it. We actually had it on stage with us for our benefit show that we did at Red Rock Resort to kick off this tour. And we had a bunch of survivors came, and they signed the wall, and we had our fans sign the wall. And now we just had this, our manager John Boyko was like, dude, you guys should just take that with you, man. Like, take it with you, and and
So
let
does it come
everybody
on
sign
stage
it.
with you as a part of your stage show, or is it kind of
When
depending
it
on the
fits,
venue?
yeah, where it fits, it will. But the past few shows have been intimate club, rock and roll
Right,
club shows,
right.
and they've been great, high energy, good crowds, and but we'll have it up on stage when we can, and then we'll bring it off stage, down to the merch table so people can sign it. Whether they buy a T-shirt or not, it doesn't matter. We want people to just let other human beings know that they're thinking about them, whatever that's worth. I don't know. Like, it's got to be worth something. It's a good vibration sent out into the universe. Hopefully somebody's, especially these people's families, these 58 people who died. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to go, well, dude, people die every day. And what about all the people who get killed over here and shot in the ghettos and blah blah blah? And I'm like, okay, we get that. And if we could somehow put a I don't know what the word is, like put a face to it somehow, like with this, especially with this, you go to a concert, you don't expect it to happen, but it's more and more
This is your livelihood.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
Yeah, and it's powerful and it's beautiful and it can be dangerous nowadays, and but we won't stop. We're not going to stop doing it.
We're not going to stop going to them.
Yeah, we'll see. Then that's because you got people like you guys, and we need to let everybody know that.
Yeah.
And,
Well, on a more positive note,
Yeah.
Sleeping Lions is out right now. We've got 2 of your songs in our Golden Dozen. Crocodile Tears is number 1, and when that song tracks on all those big national other ones, remember who had it number 1 first? It was Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews and the Barbie Rock Show. It won't be the first time I've found you guys before somebody else. What a shameless plug for me. That was terrible. So
get you some meetings with some of these.
that's it, man. There you go, man. Well, Adrian, man, it's always good talking to you. Thanks so much for being on the show.
K-Rock, Miss MARR, thank you
Yeah.
guys, man.
Yeah.